Are you taping? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here again. Man, it gets me when I be making a post and find out I didn't have it on. I've been said good stuff and recorded nothing. Not to start over. Look here. In America, there's a lot of stuff going on. And it's bad. It's not good. It is a reflection of the ignorance and the misguidance that we as Americans receive. And regardless of how much they tell us we're the greatest nation on the face of the earth, I want to tell you, some of the small nations and some of the bigger nations make us look like garbage. They show much more compassion, much more love than we can ever imagine. And we dare tell anybody we can tell them about God and travel from country to country in planes to introduce them to a God of hate. That's all we going to get out of America is a God of hate. Let me explain what I mean when I say that. God, the universal God, responsible for the earth and all existence, as far as I know, is a spirit. I say that because I can't label it. I can't put my hand on it. And that's invisible to me. However, the things do exist, so I do know that there's power. But I got more than that going on because I have received that power in my life, which made it obvious to me that that power is bigger than white supremacy. It's bigger than black supremacy. It's bigger than man, and it's bigger than woman. Now, it's love. Now, let me give you an idea of what love is in relationship to this God. Love in relationship to this God makes sure that every human being have what they require to survive. It doesn't matter whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're male, whether you're a woman, whether you're straight or you're gay. And they are, but not limited to, housing, food, and clothing. It also includes education. It also includes health care and transportation and infrastructure and all the things that humans imagine. And they put their hands to cause a creation, a manifestation. Those things are made available to any human being that has a desire, a need, or a want for them, and are to access them at their leisure. That means whenever they want a need it, a desire. Now, doing stuff like this as a representative expression of God's love, it follows with peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness and the fulfillment of your dreams. That's how you know it's God. But now, this God that Americans talk about doesn't do any of that. No. That God that America talks about doesn't do any of that. The God that America talks about is built on lies. It's built on cheating, built on stealing, built on killing, built on poverty, creation for hatred, racism, bigotry, just to name a few. Now, what is happening in America? What I just said, or peace and prosperity and freedom and joy? Hey, you know that's not happening. Nowhere. Even the rich not doing that because they spending all their money trying to make sure that this hell continues, because as long as this hell continues, they get richer. But anyway, now I ask you, what is happening in America today? Is it the peace or is it the lying and cheating? Now, we have gone a long time with people believing that even though things might be upset, disorganized sometimes, but for the most part, we were able to get from point A, January, to next January. But something else with this other that's happening in America now, we ain't getting nowhere. The only thing that these people are talking about is getting guns. killing, punishing people for not being obedient to their God. This is what they're talking about. And they want to talk about love, talk about Christian. Christian. I hear people talking about getting Christians and getting guns and killing everybody else. These people say God told them it is their responsibility, according to what I've heard on their propaganda, to take care of everything that ain't godly like. Now see, if from where the true God speaks, he said if something come up like that, recognize it, and whatever creates it, whatever is causing it, get rid of that so it won't exist. But the fake God is saying, don't worry about that, just kill it. Just kill it. This is why we got all, I forgot what they said the exact number was, but we got so many people in prisons in the United States, when a little place like Germany got things like dormitories for prisoners in Germany, where they got access to television, to telephone, and treating them like human beings. They don't treat you like a human being in prison in the United States. They treat you like an animal. They put you in marked up clothes and laugh at you and talk about you and use you for slave labor. That's what America is about. This is the thing that they don't want you to know. This is the thing they try to deny about America. And I'm not talking to the other part of the world. I'm talking to we American citizens. This is who we are. You went to church today, Sunday, and you came back just like you went, with nothing. Nothing. You think, I'm serious, you know you didn't come back with anything. Did you come back with an attitude of who you could help? Did you come back with the attitude of all the suffering that's going around, what you might be able to do to eliminate this suffering because of the expressions that you got from people who were telling you about God's love? No, you didn't come back with that. You came back with the same thing you left. You went to church. If you were couples, most of you went to church fussing, and you came back fussing. If you were family with your children, you went to church with some dissension and came back with those same dissension. There's nothing godly in America but what God has done. And everything else we see is what humankind is trying to destroy. Humankind is trying to destroy. Now, there are people in America who represents, not just people, but represent the American God, the one that represent lies and cheating and stealing. Now, they call themselves the leaders of the country. They do. They call themselves the leaders of the country. Lying and cheating and biting and do every ignorant thing that you can imagine and want somebody to listen to them. Well, people are listening. But there's one thing that the God of love requires, and it's automatic. And that is that those that know God don't deny God. They walk according to God, even though it might get them killed by these other folks with guns trying to prove that their God is powerful, more powerful than the God that can raise you from the dead. Ain't that something? This is America talking about God. I'm going to leave it there, because if I continue to say something else, it won't even be, it'll be true, but it's not even pleasing to me. If I can't say something now nice and wonderful about America, I think I'll just close it right now. Good night.